Okay, hey everyone, and welcome to another Class 66 Rocks locomotive review. Now, recently I watched my good friend Will, aka IC82's video, which was opening a really special Hornby Class 58 train set, and I noticed that he'd been on YouTube for 5 years. So what I did, I looked back at when I'd actually joined, and it turns out that I joined in February 2011. So I've actually been on YouTube for 4 years. So the brainwave behind the next 4 videos that I'm going to be uploading is that for every year that I've been on YouTube, I'm going to do like a yearly special. So the review I'm doing today will be the first year special, which was February 2011 to February 2012. Next week's will be 2012 to 2013, which will be 2 years. The week after will be the 3 years, which will be 2013 to 2014. And then the week after that will be the up-to-date one, which is 2014 to February 2015. So, because obviously I hadn't celebrated these before or thought about it, thank you to Will for giving me that idea. Second off, you may have noticed that I'm in a different area in my room. This is just because I've got 2 of my bulbs currently out. I've got sort of LED lighting in my room. Well, not the small LEDs, it's like a bulb, but it's an LED bulb. But 2 of them have actually gone. So the place where I usually film my videos there's not much light. So I've had to move around to another area where there's enough light to film the review. So, without further ado, let's get on with the review then. So, today we can see that we are taking a look at a Bachmann locomotive. As you can see here, it's a Bachmann branch line, and it is a 1/76 scale double O gauge train. So I actually got this particular locomotive off eBay. I believe Bachmann did have it in their 2014 catalogue last year. So we might get that as well. But in the meantime we've managed to get hold of this. So if we turn the box round to the side, we can see it says here it's product number 31452B, and it's a Nivet tank, which is a 2MT, in BR Lakecrest. So, as we can see, it's a different style of Bachmann box, as we can see. So, as you can see here, it actually opens down here. Well, we've actually got it open, but as you can see, it's a little flap, and the lid actually lifts off compared to the more recent Bachmann packaging. So, let's take it out of the box and have a look at it. So as you can see, the box actually lifts up on this particular locomotive. So we'll just put this down here for a minute and see what we've got in the package. So as we can see here, we've got the insert for the Livery 262 tank, and on the front there we can see we have a photo of the locomotive. On the back we also have a brief history, so I'll just let you read that for a minute. Okay, so moving on, let's see what else we've got. We've got a small bit of paper here that says, attention to avoid possible loss in transit. The windows have been stored in a polythene bag inside the tray. So we don't have to use glue to put these in, we just have to push fit them in. So we will be doing that when we've moved into our new house. I have actually tested this locomotive on a piece of track on my coffee table. Just ran it forwards and back to make sure it worked, and it does. So the next thing we can see we have here is the parts list for the 2MT. As we can see, we have all the parts on there, and there's nothing on the back. Now it is an analogue locomotive, so it will have to be hardwired to DCC, as I don't think there's a DCC blanking plate on this particular locomotive. So as you can see here, we have the guarantee and the guarantee card. So here we have it, the Bachmann Class 2MT, and as you can see, it's a lake crest. The reason for buying this particular locomotive is that it ran on the region that our old loft layout was based on, so we got this. So when we build the new layout, this will go on it, either pulling some freight or rolling stock of the era. So what we'll do now, we'll take this out of the box and take a look at it. So, as you can see, it's in a foam tray. I don't think we've got any holes on the back. Oh, we have, it's just there. So what I'll do first, I'll just show you these, if I can get them out. So obviously here we have some detailing. We also have a little fireman, or an engine driver. I think he's the engine driver actually. I've never known that was Bachmann locomotives before, where you get a driver. And we can also see that we have the windows just there. So what we'll do now, we will turn the box round, and I'll just put one hand, or one finger should I say, inside the hole and push the locomotive up and slowly take it out the box. So as you can see, it's protected by this very nice piece of well, I don't know what it's actually called, plastic cloth, or oh well, it doesn't really matter, we're not going to get too involved about what it's called. So I'll just move that phone box out the way as well. So as we can see, this is the 2MT, and I've got to say first off, it's got quite a bit of weight to it, so the more weight it has, the better the haulage capacity for it to either pull or push loads. So starting with the front of this locomotive, as we can see on the smoke box door here, we have the locomotive number, which is 41233. We also have a shed plate just on there, but I very much doubt the camera's going to pick that up, and it's not actually, and even I can't see what it says on there. But if you do know where 41233 was based, please feel free to leave your comments below. As we can see, we've got rounded buffers, but these aren't sprung, unfortunately. So I think this particular locomotive will have to be used on rolling stock that hasn't got the sprung buffers, so that it doesn't lock up or whatnot. As we can see, we have the old style of Bachmann coupling down here. We might leave this on, or we might take it off and put an NEM pocket on. But as you can see, that's attached to this front, is it a driving wheel or a bogie wheel? I'm not too sure what they're called, but if you do know, please leave your comments below. That's attached to there, and it's quite springy, as you can see. Turning the locomotive round to the side now, we can see we've got quite a bit of detailing running along the sides, and you can actually feel like on the side of the bodywork here the rivets where the body's been riveted, etc. But it is a really nice touch, and these are actually really nice locomotives. As we can see further down here, we've got the wheels, and we've got 3 on either side, and we've also got the coupling rods linking the wheels together. So moving along now, we can see, like I say, we have the British Railways Lake Crest just there, and again the locomotive number 41233. Now there is actually a number above that, which is 2, so obviously the 2 represents the 262, which is a 2MT. moving along to the back area of the locomotive now. Again, we can see we've got is it a bogie wheel or a driving wheel? I'm not too sure what it's called. Probably my dad would know actually, because he's more of a steam enthusiast than I am. I mean, I like steam, don't get me wrong, but I seem to be more like the modern day Freightliner, EWS, etc. But when it comes to model railways and like heritage railways, I do like these steam locomotives. So as we can see on the back, we have a coupling. Again, that might be taken off or it might be left on. I'm not too sure what we're going to do to it yet. But as you can see inside here, I don't think there's any detail that you can actually see, but that's where the driver is actually going to have to go. So we're going to have to put a bit of glue on his feet, I think, and slot him over the top somehow. Unless the roof opens here, of course. So moving round to the back of the locomotive now. As we can see, again we've got rounded buffers, but these aren't sprung unfortunately. We've also got a ladder on the back half here. I'm guessing this is what they climb to check on the coal. But if I'm wrong, please leave your comments below. Moving around to the other side now, we can see there's nothing much different on this side. Again, we have the wheels and the coupling rods, and these are very well detailed by Bachmann, as you can tell. I mean, if you just take a look at some of the detailing there that's gone into these, I mean, they're absolutely outstanding. So, as we can see, we have, again, the locomotive number 41233, and we've also got the windows, which I didn't mention on the other side, but that's where the glazing is going to have to push fit into. Again, we have the lake crest, just there, and we also have some more detailing on the front half of the locomotive here. I think is that a handrail? Or a rail of some sort, so I might be completely wrong, but please leave your comments below. So taking a look at the roof half of the locomotive now, as you can see, we've got quite a bit of detailing on the top half of the locomotive. I think that's the whistle, is it? Just there, those two shiny gold things. Now, I'm hoping that this opens. I might be completely wrong, but it doesn't seem to be. So I'm guessing that unfortunately doesn't open. So we're going to have to put the driver in the old-fashioned way with a pair of tweezers. So as you can see on the back here, we also have some coal. That's obviously not real, it's just artificial. But some people do take these out and put real coal loads in. They actually make their own. I've actually seen that in a YouTube video I once watched on another user's channel. So that's it basically. The Bachmann Class 2MT tank engine in BR black livery.